though.
That is nice. I do like that.
This is so weird. If it does that again, I'm kind of done.
So it says live. But is it really live? Like, what's it live on?
Wait. I don't know.
Live on the ground over here.
So it automatically does go.
It does. It
Oh, that's cool.
automatically does.
So how do we put like that description on the like on the video? Does that work?
I have not figured that out yet.
Interesting.
Editor.
Yeah, so like this, as if you've been with us tonight, this is the night of the IT gremlins. As you can see, it's been one thing after another. We cannot figure this out. But yeah, we're literally just like testing this new software right now. So if you want to, Tom says Echo. Damn. So it doesn't even matter what the streaming service is. Okay, so we went to Streamlabs and we still have echoes. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is wild.
Yeah, I don't know. This is very strange. Meanwhile, like there's some bimbo on Facebook Live at like a fucking restaurant right now that's like with 1080p on her cell phone. It's so stupid. This doesn't make any sense.
Wait, hold up. I bet you that fixed it.
Did that fix it?
And I have no idea why that's even playing, because I turned it off. But I bet you that fixed it.
Is the echo still live, or is the echo still going?
No, the echo was probably a lot better. Wow, we have 8 people in here.
Hey, fire back.
This is the third time we went live tonight.
Yeah,
So
this
third
is
time's
the
the
third
charm.
time we went live. Third time's the charm, everybody. Let's go. Phil Gibbons in the house. Tom over in the house.
Tom
What's
says
up, boys?
perfect.
Come on.
Tom says perfect.
We are going to try to. We're gonna keep on keeping on. I got a special because I got little Bradley in the house tonight. We got to get this boy on film. He's got to tell us what he's doing in Florida. He's doing big things.
And if
Hey,
second, but we're
Ryan
good.
Fleet in the house. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for joining us, my brother. Oh my goodness! Can't
So-
believe this.
Yeah, this is like equivalent to putting a toothpick under your big toe and kicking a wall.
This is like putting a baseball bat under your ass and sitting on it. It doesn't. It sucks. It's not good. You know what that's like, right?
Yeah,
You
for
play
sure.
hockey, so.
Anyway, so it's 9:16. We're gonna see how long this goes without issues, so we can work on this tomorrow. Let us know where you guys are fishing tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day. Sunday's gonna be raining, so if you're gonna fish, tomorrow's a day. Let us know where you're fishing at.
The flats.
That's where I'm going.
I think that's where I'll be.
So you said you got to figure out what you're doing tomorrow, Chad? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll probably be down to go out and fish.
Okay.
I just want to get a little bit of sleep in.
No, that's fine. I'll get up like early as shit, and I'll be at Joppa.
I'll probably be up at like 7:38.
I'll be up. I'll probably get to the ramp at Joppa at like 6 with the bullet and make sure it's running good. And then if it runs good, I'll either call you and be like, "Hey, it's running good. Let's go to the flats," or I'll probably take it home, put my shit in the Ranger, and then actually take the boat that's supposed to be fished out of.
Tom, I don't think that's a bad idea, my man. Dundee's probably not a bad spot to hit.
Grass is topped out everywhere.
I wasn't
over
going to
there.
say it, but Tony will say it.
Grass is topped out, man. Like
Come
topped
on.
out. Like throw a frog in it. Which is pretty wild. It's usually it's pretty well. Giggity. I've seen it topped out this time of year. Man, we're still doing giggities.
What's that for?
It lets all of our people know that we appreciate that they liked and shared the page.
Oh, nice.
So if you haven't liked and shared the page, do that. And if you do it, it'll make a giggity noise.
Which
And
we're
it's
gonna
pretty
delete
Cool.
ASAP.
Yeah, which we're probably going to delete right after this. But do it anyways.
So we actually, there it is. Someone just did it. So we deleted it on OBS, and then OBS, I guess, took a dump, and now we're trying this to hopefully avoid the dump taking.
Amazing that we went from one streaming service to another in 5 minutes.
Yes, legitimately, like no shit, probably 10 minutes.
But not to be like a dick to you, my friend, but What's going on in Bradley's world?
School. Just got home. Was fishing for like 5 days down in Florida. Hey, another like in repost.
What are you majoring in down there?
Accounting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Liberal arts.
Yeah. No, yeah, we were fishing for 5 days or 4 days down on headwaters in Florida. My dad's friend caught a 10-pounder, which was pretty sick.
Oh my God.
It was
Did you see it?
It was crazy. Yeah, so sometimes he'll be caught in the grass and it'll look like a fish and I'll think it's a fish and then it's not a fish. So he said fish, whatever. I looked back and his rod was bent, so I was like, all right, he has like, it didn't look anything crazy. Like the rod didn't just go flying, like it would just look normal. And I don't even know what I was doing at the time. And then it jumped and my dad and him are freaking out. It's like blowing 20. So my dad's on the trolling motor.
Always blowing 20
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I just scrambled to grab the net. And I guess I tossed the rod in the water or it hit the rail and I just chucked it in the water and netted the fish. Almost like his rods were caught in the net. They almost went over the water. Put the net down. I was just going to grab it with my hand. And then when I put it down, his rods got out of the net. And then I picked it up and netted the fish. But and we
Was
did
it gone?
measurements.
You lost the rod?
Yeah, we did measurements, whatever, and floated, got stuck in like grass and just sat there until we were good. And then we went back up to fish and I got up and I'm like, well, where's my rod? And it was nowhere to be found. So I must have just chucked it. We didn't have it on video. We didn't even have a GoPro rolling, but it was kind of,
Dude, the
we were talking
GoPros
about
are worth
after.
their weight in gold sometimes. I mean,
know. It would've been
I know
funny to
it's,
see,
like
like-
stinging, but it would at least you could have like a video of you like
Yeah.
slinging it into the water.
I don't remember. My dad's like, well, what'd you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I just saw the fish jump. It's the biggest bass I've ever seen in my life. And I just went to go find the net.
Went for the net.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Kudos to you.
Yeah.
That was probably the number one thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, was that his PB?
Yeah. So every time he's fishing my dad.
You know, like little bit of sacrifice had to be made.
Yeah. Actually, every time he's fished with my dad, he's got his personal best. Last time they went down, they went on a trip and he caught like a 6-something. One time he caught like a 5 in the gunpowder. This time he caught a 10. So yeah.
So this guy
It was a good trip though.
So this guy just catches big fish.
And you said
Apparently.
you talked to Jim from Headwaters before? Jim Fallon?
We're frozen.
Dude, don't dare me. I'll tag him.
I haven't talked to him personally, but my dad's friend who caught that 10-pounder talked to him. Oh, we're back. Let's go.
Because Jim routinely comes on here and watches weekly.
saw.
Love hearing from Jim. Great dude. But, dude, my guy is on a hell of a bite, man. I mean, he's on that 6,
Yeah, it's
7,
biting
8
good.
pound bite on the daily out there. And he's doing what I love seeing. He's throwing some big glides.
You got to go down there on some. It's fun.
From my boy, Mike Buca from Bullshad Swim Baits.
Yeah.
That's what he
We
loves
got
to
on a
throw.
good bite one day.
Can't blame him.
It was blowing really hard and so we started the day at Kissimmee and it just didn't, I don't know. We all hated it. We didn't catch anything and it was like,
I don't like Kissimmee either.
yeah, we just went to go try there, but like it doesn't, I feel like everywhere is just pads and like Kissimmee grass. There's no like hydro under the water.
Yeah,
And we were
I
like,
didn't find any when I was there at least.
yeah. So we were like, we might as well just go to Headwaters where we know they're biting. Got there, I think, around like 10-something, and then stayed all the way till like 7 o'clock at night. But right in the last hour, we probably had like 12 fishes in the boat, like as like all three of us.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last hour, I think we caught like 15 or 20. Like it was nuts. We were just slamming them off.
Dude, it
so
is crazy.
it was cool.
The times where like you'll fish all day long and you just get completely discouraged, and
Yeah.
that last 20 minutes or like an hour of your night is just like on
Yeah.
fire, and it totally makes it worth it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
you
cool.
don't even think about the other wasted
Yeah.
6 to 7 hours of the day.
We had nothing going for us really that day until we went. If anyone's who's that?
We got Matthew Downs from Trick Tins up in here. What's up, Matt?
Um,
Appreciate you joining, bro.
We didn't have anything going until we went to this area. It's called the Pits. Tony, haven't you been there?
Isn't it like the
It's where it's
farther
deep.
south part of Headwaters? Like it's real far.
I don't
Or
know. No. But it's basically like 20 feet, and we were just fishing grass edges. It was kind of hard with the wind, but we got on a good bite there and kind of continued on for the rest of the day.
Headwaters is awesome, man. Headwaters
Yeah, that
is a
place is
super
incredible.
cool place. Lots of fun. You can legitimately get lost on that lake.
Yeah, it's confusing.
What's the drive from here to down there? What are you talking, like 18 hours?
No, it's
14
just
to
under
16.
14.
Yeah.
14, 16?
When we went
with
down
stops, it's like
yeah.
16.
We stopped twice, going down and coming back. When we went down,
I
I think
gotta stop twice on a 3-hour trip up to the motocross track, dude. Like,
yeah, we
that's
stopped.
Crazy.
Like, so coming home, we left at like 4, stopped at like 8:45, and then I started driving, and then I drove until about 2 o'clock,
You guys
1:30.
pull the boat, or you leave it down there?
We leave it down there.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, like it's an easy
So
drive.
what do you fish when you're up
Yeah.
here, though?
What?
What do you fish when you're up here?
What do you mean?
They have a
When you
second
fish
boat.
the
We have the same boat down there.
You have 2 of them.
Yeah,
Okay, got you. Right
Yeah.
on.
we found the one we have down there is like the same one, but we found it on like a really good deal from some guy in like Delaware.
Well, I mean, it definitely
jumped
makes
on it.
sense to be able to do something like that.
Yeah,
Have your boat down there, have a boat up here if you're going to be traveling,
Yeah.
fishing for sure. That would be a long trip with a boat on the back of the truck too.
yeah.
And
I
I
don't
know
think
people that do it, man, with way bigger boats and everything. But God, dude, I can't imagine.
the drive isn't too bad though. It's just up 95 basically.
Yeah,
It's pretty
It's-
straight. Isn't
yeah.
it?
it's legitimately like 3 turns the whole way. Like no shit. Like you, once you get on 95, you
It's
don't
like-
get off 95.
It's like
for
900 miles. Yeah, because when I was driving, I was like, "Holy crap!" I'm gonna be here for a while.
900.
I think it's like 600. It's something stupid.
That is insane.
But yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, once like going through Jacksonville, I guess you can have some trouble if it's rush hour. Then DC, I guess, kind of sucks. But besides
DC
that,
is legitimately the worst part of the drive.
Yeah,
like no
once-
shit.
Chris, how is towing a vehicle or towing a boat, Florida and Texas? I mean, man, I feel like it is just so long, and honestly, like, just dreading that trip by itself is what keeps me from doing it. It really does. Like, there is no other reason for me to not go down to Lake Fork other than that I just don't feel like driving down there.
well, Lake Fork's like 20 hours.
So,
I think it's further than that.
I would go
got
to-
all the vacation time in the world to go down there and fish it, but I just like I don't
You
want to.
you should go to Headwaters. You go to
Yeah, just go to
Headwaters
Headwaters,
for
and
good.
it's 10 hours closer.
Yeah, it's Florida's a lot, and the thing about Florida is you got, and like if you want to go fish Headwaters and you want to make a week out of it, you got Headwaters, Garcia, Stick Marsh, Okeechobee's within driving distance, Kissimmee Chain's within driving distance,
Harris Chain,
Harris Chain, like all that shit's right there.
Keenansville.
Keenan, yes, exactly. I did fish Kenansville before as well.
Did you fish Garcia? Because we did for one day for like 2 hours again, and the water was super dirty and nothing looked good. I feel like it's like just a giant. I know you can get apparently on a good topwater bite there.
We fished it. I didn't do any good there. The guy I was fishing with caught a bunch of fish. When we went, nobody really caught them in Garcia. But it's a cool lake. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it's just stupid shallow everywhere,
Yeah.
or at least where we were. I caught a nice like 3.5 pounder on a frog. It was actually pretty cool. Blow.
Yeah, it definitely, and there's a ton of pads in that place. But you're right, the
Yeah.
whole place is like a swamp. And
Yeah.
we were there in like March, so I can only imagine what it's like full plumage when everything's all the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cool lake. Like I would definitely like to fish there again. But we actually stayed on Blue Cypress, like Blue Cypress Lake, and we never fished it. Like there's cabins on Blue Cypress, and it's right next to what the hell is it? It's literally it's all part of those canals that connect Headwaters and all those
Yeah.
lakes. But we never did fish it.
I'd love to go to Okeechobee. I don't know how far it might be. Like, what, 2 hours?
It's like 2 hours. It's not hateful. The thing about Florida, man, is like it's not even traffic. It's just like the way the roads are designed. Like everything's a square in Florida. Like all the roads are squares. So like you could have a lake that's 10 miles away, but you got to travel 50 miles to get to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit. Like the drive from Headwaters to Kissimmee Chain took us like, I don't know, every bit of 2 hours. Like it was unbelievable. It was very lengthy.
Which lake did you go to?
It's such a big state.
Ours.
We stayed at Camp Mac. So we were in the canal between Toho, Cypress, and then actually like Kissimmee was.
Yeah. Because we drove the one morning when we went to Kissimmee, we were like, it was an hour and it was like just over an hour to Kissimmee, and we're like, oh, should it only be like 30 minutes to Headwaters because you're already going, I think it's south, and then you're like, you basically got to shoot straight across. But it was like another hour 15 probably because we had to go all the way up and around or some way up and around.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long was that, Chris? And Chris is one of my friends on Facebook and stuff that is a big swim bait thrower. Puts a lot of time into it. He was recently, if you guys don't know, he was out there fishing with Fish Everything, Victor Depp, on one of the reservoirs around here somewhere. Don't know where. We'll talk about where. Hooked up on a like 8.4 or 8.6 ounce on the glide bait PB. Massive bag, like 32-pound bag for the day. So I have to say that I would put weight in what my friend Chris on here has to say, for sure.
They sprayed Okeechobee. I think they killed a lot of the grass.
Okeechobee is not the same as it was. I couldn't find submerged grass anywhere anymore. Way back in the Moonshine Bay, Dinkville, there was a tiny bit of grass and dollar pads.
I mean, they had they had a few tournaments, or they had that Bassmaster Opens there that did really good.
That's the one that Scott Martin won.
Yeah. Then I think it was this year. I think it was like 10 boats had over 30 pounds or something stupid. So, I guess it just depends when.
And dude, I would love to. I would love to talk to Jim Fallon. Jim, if you're watching, man, would love to hear some of what you got going on in Headwaters, man. You're definitely on a very consistent, great pattern. It's insane. I love you, David.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
David Wingate with Minimoto Nations is on the stream. And if you guys don't follow Minimoto Nations, if you guys don't know about the man that is changing the face of pit bike racing across the country, you better follow Minimoto Nations. That's my boy David Wingate. Thank you, David, for joining. I appreciate you.
Everyone down there hates Roland Martin because they it's not his home lake, I guess. Any guides out there, so all the guides apparently hate him.
Interesting. Well, he probably takes business away from him. I mean,
yeah.
Because Roland Martin can as a guide, can attract someone from anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's a no name. He doesn't. And no offense to anybody, but he don't even have to put the time in as a guide. It's like everybody wants to fish. I would fish in that puddle with Roland Martin if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I guess that's probably why. I will tell you, it was interesting when I was down at Headwaters. There was a lot of the guys were running older boats.
Hey, what's up, Jake?
Which
Thanks
I thought
for joining,
was neat.
brother. Jake, how's the snakehead? How's the snakehead shoot doing? I know you're out there on the boat a lot. You're doing some. If you're not shooting skates, you're probably shooting snakes. How's the count going?
Kill them all.
I need a beer.
Kill them all. But yeah, it was you're good. There was a lot of guys when I was down in Headwaters that were guiding out of older boats, early 2000s Rangers, and I asked a couple, and I was like, "Hey man, what's the deal?" And he's like, "The boat holds up better than a lot." He's like, the one guy said he actually had a.
Want a glass of water or something?
Yeah, sure.
The one guy had a brand new Nitro, sold it because it wasn't holding up, I guess, and he ended up getting a 2002 Ranger 521 VX.
Well, I feel like
which are like battleships.
I feel like we were talking. I don't know what we were talking about this for, but we said it when we were down there that they don't make things like they used to.
No, they definitely don't, and that's a fact. It's not even it's not your granddad saying that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We talked to Andy with Team Marine a couple weeks ago, and he said the same thing. The fiberglass resin is different.
What a fun interview that was.
That was awesome. That was
Such
a lot of fun.
Interview. I thoroughly enjoyed that interview.
But yeah, the resins are different. The boats are being built different. I mean, you're talking.
And keep going.
No, you're talking like a. So and Andy said it better than I could, but to paraphrase what he said is he basically was like, look, the materials that are being used to make your boat now were bought 5 years ago. or 3 to 5 years ago. So where were we 3 to 5 years ago? COVID, which is crazy to think that it's already been that long, but that's where we were.
It has
That is
been.
crazy, actually.
So, all the materials were being bought during COVID times, and the prices for everything went ridiculously high. So if the boats aren't $100,000, those companies are in the red. Not only that, but there's like a price quota that they have to hit now in order to stay in the green. So it's just a lot. I mean, it's a lot of nonsense in my opinion. Hello. We have a guest on the show.
Thank you, Phoebe.
I'm gonna turn this into.
Wave to everybody. Say hi. Tell everybody you're a fish catching machine.
Get out of here,
It's
Bubs.
gonna be this summer.
I'm a fish catching machine. Scream it into the microphone.
I'm a fish catching machine.
Yeah, do it. Scream it to the lords.
To the Lord.
Okay, she's a fish catching machine.
It was about to be an ASMR episode. But yeah, so basically, the long story short is the boats are being made differently because the resin has to be made differently because of the environmental regulations, and it's all nonsense. Perfect example. I was messing with putting a sailboat away. My grandfather's old sailboat. God bless him. It's been sitting in the yard at the shore house for 20 years. Dude, that thing is solid as can be. You could run that thing into the Queen Mary and probably sink the Queen Mary with that thing. Like, the fiberglass in it is just super, super solid. It's unbelievable. I'm confused. I'm missing something.
Just whisper into them.
Okay.
talking.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, that's the fiberglass is different. That's the biggest thing. And then your grafts are expensive too. I mean, grafts went from, I don't know, what a 10-inch graft was like $1,200. Now they're like $2,500. It's stupid. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
All graphs are stupid right now.
Yeah.
So they have like the older Garmin unit, which I can't tell that much of a difference, by the way, between the older and the newer one. It's 1,500 compared to like 3,000 or 3,200 for a 12-inch graph right now.
I don't think it matters.
Do you guys have
What's
live
the
scope?
graph and the transducer?
Do you guys have live scope?
I do.
Well, that's why I want to get the Garmin unit, so it's compatible with LiveScope from when I'm ready, which I'm ready for.
Do you like it?
Yes, but I don't use it like a lot of people do. Like, I'm not.
You know,
I don't stare at it.
I got to see it on
I think
Tom
I would-
Over's boat, like more up and close a little bit last night, and I could see where a lot of people don't use it as much as people say, but every once in a while there is a time and a place where you can use it to pattern fish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I personally saw that. From one point we went to flipping a jig to throwing a jerkbait in another spot, and because we read what was going on in that area, the jerkbait caught the jig. So, but being able to read that pattern makes the difference.
Yeah.
The best thing with LiveScope is take it to a spot you already know. Take it to a spot you already know that has fish on it, and then look at it on your LiveScope and figure out what the fish are doing and what your bait looks like and blah, 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 blah. Dial it in, and then you can start looking for other stuff in other spots.
I think she wants out.
You want out, Chloe? So that's my advice with LiveScope is take it to a spot you already know, and then
I think
look around.
I think I could use Humminbird 360.
Mega 360.
Yeah. Because I think in the grass you can find those pockets. Do you know how people are like
Find the lines better.
Perspective mode's better. I'm gonna tell you
what's
right now.
perspective mode?
You turn the transducer sideways. So basically, with perspective mode, I have
find
this.
those grass
Excuse
lines
me,
that
sorry.
much better.
Yes.
Wait. Go ahead. Sorry.
Perspective mode, you could. All right. So regular forward facing. So all right, forward facing. To my knowledge, all three of them
So
have three settings. You have forward, down, perspective. So Garmin has a 20. It's a 80 degree. No, I think it's 80 degree cone with 20 degree width. So I'm looking. And it's like this, right? It's this wide and it's this much up and down. And okay, I'm scrolling. Boom! I see that beer can. I go right. I don't see it. I go left. I don't see it. down, you're looking straight down, and it's the beam is the same. You're just pointing it down. So like if you're vertical fishing, smallmouth up north or whatever, there's a big rock. Let me drop this bait right on it. Then you have perspective. So perspective changes from this beam this way to this beam this way.
So you're seeing it how like your eyes see it.
Correct. So like if in this room, right? If I'm in this room and you guys can't see this on camera, if I have perspective mode, I would see the door, that pole, these computer monitors, and then that light pole right there. And when I turn it, now I see Brad, now I see the refrigerator in the back there, and then I can turn it back and see this. So it's not great for seeing fish. I don't ever see, you do see fish with it, but
Yeah.
I never have. I
can say when it does illuminate smaller structure, it is very on point exactly where it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now
So finding like small laydowns like in the middle of say the toilet bowl or something, it works very well.
Oh yeah. Now with forward and down, you can see fish, cast them, and catch them. You can absolutely do that. With perspective, it's a lot of finding edges, finding holes, finding laydowns on a flat.
It's definitely a little bit different identifying what the fish are because something can be coming down on your lure and you think it's like you're about to have that hook set of your lifetime, but it's really just a bunch of crappier bluegills that are coming down. So you got to figure out what that is. And as much as people want to think that it's so defined, it's not.
No, it's not for sure. I definitely. My thing with it is like.
No way.
I just like
Hold
how
up.
you can see how you can make it.
Jake, you shot
cast.
a bowfin in the bush?
They're around here.
Really?
I've caught them in
Bowfin.
Furnace. I've caught one in Furnace, a little one, but they are around. They're rare, but you do see them every now and then.
That is very cool. I will say that. That's wild. I did not know. Well, if the snakes can be up here, I would assume the bowhead can be up here.
Dude, those things are everywhere in New York, man. Bowfin are everywhere in New York.
Bowfin in New York?
But
I really thought it was a warmer water fish down from Florida.
No, when we fished Black Lake up in I think it was 2022 or whatever, they were everywhere up there.
You catch bowfin?
I caught one in Headwaters.
I think we hooked up to a few.
And
They call them mudfish though down there, right?
The other thing I
Yeah.
really want to ask about is peacock bass.
Oh,
Dude, do you ever just purposely chase peacocks? Bro, if I was down in Florida, dude, I would be chasing some peacock bass.
yeah, but
I think that's on my bucket list still. I will chase it when the financial
You gotta
things
go,
are
so-
correct. But dude, I want a 5 or 6 pound peacock bass, bro.
those I
I'll
think
go
are
to
like
South
a 10
America
pound.
if I have to do
yeah,
it.
yeah. So down in
Stay down.
my dad's friend who caught the 10 pounder, he went before. I think he went. It was closer to Miami, and then in the Everglades they have them. And he said they get you'll catch 2 to 3, or maybe a 4 pounder. Nothing not
That's
Amazon.
still nice.
Yeah, but he said they fight like a smallmouth. It's they have it's a really good fight to them.
Very aggressive.
Yeah,
Right.
but I've never we've never targeted them and I've never.
Because I guess if you go more south in Florida, they have more of them.
Yeah, I think they're.
Because
the
Scuba, the
Amazon.
guy I fish with, his parents live down in Florida, and he goes down there, and I know he'll fish from shore, and he definitely catches a couple of peacocks while he's down there,
Yeah.
off rock jetties and some concrete structure.
She's trying. Come on.
Oh, she wants to. Go
Come
on.
up here.
Go
You
on,
got
Bear.
plenty of room. What's wrong with you? Come on.
No, she wants to jump on your lap, your entire lap.
What are you
Go
waiting
on,
for?
up,
Chloe?
up.
Come on.
She's gonna hit her head.
Come on.
Come on.
Up. Good girl. There you go. Yes. What is sweetie?
Yeah, we don't ever fish for them, but
Oh, look, Bubs wants
It
to
would be
hump
cool.
her.
Ew.
Nice. Bubs, come here.
That's incestuous. They're sisters. Brothers.
Don't do that.
Girl. Oh my goodness, Chloe. Jesus Christ, take me out to dinner first, will you?
Yeah.
what was your biggest bass at Headwaters?
Mine was like a 7-8
Good fish.
on a Carolina rig. We didn't catch any double digits. The biggest fish that was caught in Headwaters, I think, in the club, because we were pretty much the whole club went down there, it was I think a little bit bigger than 7-8. It might have been just over 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very, very cool. I caught a couple 5-pounders. Had a good day. I mean, that day I caught a 5-pounder that morning, and then that 7 in the afternoon or whatever it was. That was fun. By the end of it, we figured it out. We were catching them pretty good, which was a lot of fun. But that's a cool place. I would love to go back again. I want to fish that Three Forks Reservoir that Jim talks, or that I know about, but I know that Jim Fallon had mentioned.
Three Forks?
Yeah. It's like, or Three Forks, Triple Forks, whatever it's called. That's where JT Kenny does all his Ardent videos. But it's like, apparently it's a huge swamp. You got to know what you're doing in there for sure. But there's giants in there.
You know, I often question when I'm watching some of these videos of these dudes that are out there in like these southern places and where those big cypress trees are and all those cypress roots are coming up in. Dude, they're just like running through the swamps where I've heard that no man ever dares to just run through shit like that.
That's like the Nanticokes.
But they do it, every single one of them does it because, I mean, you just get eliminated if you don't. So I'm just wondering how they don't, break boats and shit. Hey, damn it. Because you don't hear about that many guys busting their stuff up.
No, I mean...
But maybe that's on purpose.
The Eastern Shore gets like that too. I mean, the Nanticoke and the Chop Tank and the Pocomo can get very, very stumpy too. So.
Is the Sassafras any good still?
It's one of the best rivers if you know how to fish it. I don't know it. I've heard it fishes very small. There are guys that know it that can consistently catch 20 pounds out of that river.
Yeah.
Like all the time. But I don't know it. I wish I did. It's a beautiful place. Oh dear. We have a dog tangle. Oh, there you go. We're good. It's a beautiful river though. Truly. It's a really, really awesome river. Everything in it looks good. It's one of them. There's so much cover in the Sassafras. That's, I think, what makes it difficult to fish is there is so much cover. And, like, I've only been there a handful of times, and it's very difficult to determine what the good cover is and what the good cover isn't. So that, makes it difficult. But it's a beautiful place. I would definitely recommend if anyone wants to fish it. It's a place worth dedicating your time to, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, things are happening.
Things are happening.
She's caught. Oh, stop.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Wait. All right. You're good. Kind of.
Okay, please get out of my sight. Please get out.
Dogmageddon.
Dang dogs. I love you guys so much. You're my entire life. Please get out of the room. Okay, I don't want you to fight now. Leave. Thank you, Chloe.
Crisis averted.
I'm telling you right now, whoever's watching this right now, my dogs are more well trained than your children are.
Just don't. I'm never having kids. Team no kids right here, and it's gone.
And he's a little bastard too.
Who, Bubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back.
We froze. Damn it.
We frozen.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Streamlabs is better. It seems like the Streamlabs has fixed the audio issue for sure. We just have to
figure
the camera part out.
Thing out right here.
So, Jake says it right. No kids equals more time to fish. Absolutely, I agree 100%. That's why I don't have any. Well, no kids. F that. Absolutely not. Well, what do you guys think? We're still refreshing? Oh, man.
Nope, didn't refresh. It is still the same exact as it was on here. I'm ready to cut it.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, it came back.
Oh, no, we're not.
So we still, it did better. I mean, the Streamlabs definitely did better than OBS for sure. I think there's something stupid going on somewhere that's causing issues.
Man.
But
So weird. I'll look into the Razor Pro software.
cool.
Where are you fishing Monday?
Your mom's house.
Ooh.
Oh, high five.
Shit, I could
Got
go.
'em.
I could go to the Sassafras on Monday. Kind of sounds like a good idea.
What is Monday? The 13th? Yeah.
Damn, that could be a good idea to go to the Sassafras on Monday. Well, it depends. If I catch them real good tomorrow, I'll go to the Sass Monday. If
You
I
think
don't
they'll
catch
up-
them good tomorrow, I'll go back to the flats Monday. So
You think the Bush River will be good?
Bush River's always good.
Like,
Yeah.
good,
I think
like-
the Bush is
so,
probably
like,
a
here's the
pretty good
thing,
time
right? I'll tell you
now.
this: every river
Yeah, but-
down to Middle River has a winning bag in it, but it ain't like the Potomac, right? The Potomac, Smallwood, the Potomac. There are multiple winning bags in
so
every
far
river,
away.
right?
it's
But
not that far. It's
It's
an
pretty
hour.
shitty.
It's like an hour.
It's way more than that.
Or
Smallwood's
hour
2
and a
hours
half.
and 2.5 hours.
Is it?
So,
Smallwood.
all right, go talk about the Potomac.
So
'cause I
the
wanna hear
Potomac,
this.
the Potomac
exactly.
is Potomac's a big river, right? And
Yeah.
every major tributary in the Potomac, and even the minor tributaries in the Potomac, have big fish. To like more like the Potomac fish is bigger. It has more fish in it than the Bay, right? Period. In a sentence. We'll quote him again, but Tom said from fishing the DMB, if you look at BFLs and like opens from the Potomac, 15 pounds carries you to like 40th place on the Potomac, whereas on the Bay, like the top 20 in the opens stopped at like 10 pounds. Yeah,
The
I get
fish
it.
is so small.
At that
Right.
time of the year.
Different time
But
of year
look at
for
other,
sure.
but look at other times of the year where 20, 25 pounds doesn't even put you there.
Yeah, but it's not as deep. It doesn't. I think it's easier to catch 20 pounds on the Bay. I think it's easier
happens
to
out
catch.
here, though.
Oh, for sure. No, it does. It's definitely easier to catch 20 pounds on the Bay, but it's easier to catch 15 on the Potomac, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
So the Potomac, let's say you're launching a tournament out of Mattawoman.
Is it? How often have you caught 15 on the Potomac?
This year, a couple times.
But in previous years.
Last year I started to it started to click for me, the Potomac.
It's taken time. though.
It took some time, but I didn't know anything. I didn't know any spots. I didn't know anything about it at all.
It just doesn't fish like the flats or the gunpowder.
It's like, imagine going out to the Gunpowder and not knowing any of your spots and then trying to catch fish. Like, you literally you just have to learn it.
That's pretty much what we all did, unless you asked everybody for the toilet bowl seeker.
But that's what I'm saying, is like that's what I'm saying. So that's why the Potomac is different, in my opinion. I think, like you could launch a 100-boat tournament out of Smallwood, and a guy could win the tournament out of Smallwood. A guy could win the tournament. You could literally make a left out of Mattawoman or right, and you could catch big fish anywhere. You can run up to DC and catch them. I know guys that have weighed in 16 pounds of smallmouth and brought them back to Mattawoman from running up past DC into the rocks and stuff. So there's just more fish there. But the Bay, you can do it on the Bay. The thing of it is the rivers in the Bay fish a lot smaller. And what I mean by that is, so you could take a tributary on the Potomac the size of the Gunpowder, and starting at the mouth of that river, you have catchable fish.
So why is it not like that everywhere else in the Bay?
It's salinity. So the Potomac we got to remember, the Potomac is not a bay. The Potomac's a river.
If it was salinity, why didn't you see other places like Dundee, Northeast, the Flats, also suffering
From what?
from loss of grass habitat, such and such and such?
Different kind of grass.
Wait, so
I feel like it was more of a silt issue.
what?
There's a lot of reasons. But so what I mean is, there are notable grass flats at the mouth of Aquia Creek. At the mouth of Aquia Creek that hold
Somebody
fish
will
all
start
year.
shit on this that's listening to it.
There are grass flats at the mouth of Aquia Creek that
the
hold
mouth of
fish.
what?
Aquia Creek on the Potomac
Okay.
that hold fish all year, right? All year. Go to the mouth of the Gunpowder and catch a bass, and let me know how that goes for you. But that's what I'm saying, is the rivers on the Bay fish a lot smaller, right?
So you're just saying if they went farther back up, it would fish bigger? Well, I guess that's common sense.
The Bay fishes small because the fish holding habitat is
Concentrated in
smaller.
certain areas.
So wait, but then,
You could, all right.
but why are fish
you
not
have
like?
this big
Why can't you
finger
go
that
catch?
goes up, but all the bass are in the small fingers. Over
Why
here.
can't
So,
you go
like,
catch
it's-
15 pounds though, like on the docks of like the point that comes out before you go back to the pond?
I mean, maybe you can.
You can.
I don't know.
They pass there.
Nobody fishes it, so who knows?
But
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
for sure.
that point from there, from A to B, is just like a traveling ground because it's not sustainable habitat.
Well, I don't know. Actually, on that point though, it can get to like 10 feet or 8 feet.
Where?
That
Bird
point.
River. The point of Bird River.
Yeah, it's like at the mouth of the bird. Like,
What?
I was trying to talk to the group about the Bird River.
Oh. Well, I don't have anything to spill on that, even if I
I
wanted
don't
to.
have anything to spill on it either, but I'm just saying.
Actually,
like,
I did. I
bring
saw a
boats-
kid.
They bring boats in and out of there. There's got to be a channel to go back
Oh,
there. Like,
there's a ramp back there where you can.
there's
launch.
not just nothing back there. You know what I'm saying?
There's
and I don't even go back there.
There's
like,
fishable
like you
water
think
back
there's
there. It's
you think
just-
there's like a 15-pound bag sitting back there?
I have no idea. That's what I'm trying to say though. Like there's
I saw
big
a kid,
boats
though-
that come in and out of there. There's a ramp back there. There's docks back there.
Yeah, like
they
why
have
can't
to
you
be
catch
able to
fish
have
all
boats
on those
around.
docks? That's what I don't understand.
That's what
It's
I
right
mean.
next to that grass,
That's what
especially
I
on the
said.
mouth.
But who says you can't?
Like I mean,
Nobody
go
says
there.
You can't, but who goes back there to fish it?
Nobody.
I'll
Well,
let you
actually,
go.
I've seen a kid, 2 teenage kids during a Thursday night go back there, and I think they either won big fish or they had the lead in it, and they were right ahead of us, and that's where they went back to. And it was like a three something. Heavy
What, in
three.
the back of the bird?
I mean, that's where they went to start. Now, if they finish there, I don't know, but
I mean,
I think it's completely plausible.
claws. wait,
sure.
what does that
Why
mean?
not? Plausible.
What does that mean?
It's possible.
Oh, okay.
Completely possible.
So, like, here's the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you're right. Why wouldn't the fish be there? Why wouldn't the fish be on those docks?
If there's
Sure they
enough
would.
water, if there's the right, if the mud and the rock come out or whatever's out there, I can tell you for one thing, if you want to go run across, try to go to the bird, there's a massive grass flat out in the middle of the bird. Mm-hmm. There's grass all over the place back there, but nobody wants to go back there and fish that grass.
Yeah.
Nobody does it.
Yep.
I've never seen anybody do it.
Yep.
And I've been fishing the GP for a while.
I've never fished a dock in the Bird River.
So
Ever.
I am just.
I did.
You know what? Maybe
a while ago.
Jim, thanks for joining us, man. We're sitting here talking with little Bradley, and
We were just at
little Bradley's
Headwaters.
was on a tear down in Florida, right?
Yeah, I think the guy that I was with, one of my dad's friends, he caught a 10-pounder. I think he said that he DM'd you or something.
Tight.
Yeah, it was insane. I still can't. I looked at the picture today. It's like the fish was not good. Yeah. It was
Did you
massive.
net it?
Yeah.
So you lifted it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at first, I scooped it kind of like backwards because it came up like just the way it came up, and when I saw its head, I'm like,
You
"Dude,
were
this-
scared just to net it, right?
Oh, I was terrified.
Do not fuck this
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. And my dad's friend's like, just calm down. You're okay. And he was like actually calming me down, and I was like, all right. But I netted that one. I netted my dad's 8-pounder. My brother's PB. It was in like a pond, and I grabbed it with my hand. So I just net people's big fish, and I catch small
What's
fish.
up, Matt? Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you. Matt Downs from Trick Tens and Jim Fallon from the Headwaters down in Florida.
Yeah, the
Dude,
bite
I
seems to be
gotta
good
say,
down
like,
there right now. At least we had a good time. We didn't catch too many big fish, like nothing over 4 really. Besides that, we caught a lot. Like we caught good numbers wise, but we didn't catch anything big besides that 10-pounder.
I like that 10-pounder story. I'm interested though because I see a lot. Jim's out there on Headwaters wherever he is down there in Florida. He's throwing a lot of those bull glides, the trick shads, and he seems to be on a very consistent, like 7 to 8 pound pattern. And I hear a lot of people that go down there and they just struggle to find fish in that area. Obviously, he's got a lot of time
Knowledge.
devoted to the area, but it is super cool to see somebody that is on a pattern like that down in Florida. When you have friends and family go down there and go fishing, they're like, man, like, caught a couple here and there. But Florida is one of the best fisheries in the nation.
It's fun.
So like not everybody is like that. It doesn't matter whether you're fishing the best pond in the world or you're fishing up here in Maryland or whatever. Like it takes time to learn what you need to do to connect with those fish.
Frozen again.
Yeah.
Come on, Shelly.
7 people are watching though. We're frozen.
I don't get it.
No idea.
Jim says 17 fish over 10 pounds so far. That's ridiculous.
Insane.
That's
That's
crazy.
amazing.
Like all on artificial.
I would bet 90% of that is on a freaking trick shad
So we had a guy.
or a bull glide.
They do like you know how they do the surveys here. Like the guy will come up to you in the parking lot or whatever.
There
Yes.
it is. Come on.
That's crazy. That's insane. Holy crap. That's wild. Yeah, some guy came up or whatever. The guy FWC guy came up to us and did the survey, and he said he talked to some guy. He was fishing shiners, but he said the day he came up to us, he had 20 fish over 6 pounds, I think,
And we're back.
on shiners, and like 2 over 8 or something. I mean, it's on a shiner, which I guess is different, but still, I think that's pretty cool.
Just shows you what lives there.
74 bass between 8 to 10 pounds this year.
Holy crap! Just this year? That has to be his life.
Jim, my buddy Bradley will be heading down to Florida here at some point.
I'll be back down in mid-July.
You guys should definitely hook up, go out there and do some fishing.
It's fun. It's a fun place.
And I
Not this year.
I want a story on the trip that you guys shared. You better go out there and catch that 8-pounder for us.
I want to catch him on a
You're just
swim bait, but I don't have confidence in you would do it. I know you could go down there and catch a
I'll
big
go down
one.
there, throw a swim bait the entire day. I won't even question it.
Headwaters, all artificial. That's insane. Do you ever fish Garcia? Because we went there for a few hours one morning, but it kind of just seems like a giant swamp, and the water was like really dirty.
It's very shallow there.
Yeah. So we didn't do too good there.
He said it ain't no good. That's my experience with it. It was a cool place, but it didn't.
You fish Garcia too?
Yeah, I mean it seemed cool, but nothing really. It didn't seem like it just seemed like a giant swamp, and it was all like silty and like muck basically.
Lake Keenansville.
Kenansville.
Kenansville.
I think they're all right there.
Donkey Land.
I've heard giants in that area.
The problem with
That
Kenansville
was
is
but Kenansville Lake is definitely a hard place to get to. But I hear that Kenansville is.
you legitimately
Yeah, I heard-
have to it's like 20-mile dirt road to get on Kenansville, and the ramp is the steepest ramp of all time.
The road to Headwaters sucks. That
Oh, yeah.
white cobblestone or limestone. I'm like, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, dude, Kenansville is full of monsters.
Yeah,
I hear it is not the most pleasant lake to get to.
I'm telling you,
The problem,
it's the same road like you're talking about on the way to Headwaters. It's
Yeah.
like 20 miles of that.
Yeah,
to get
it's
to Kenansville.
stupid.
It's
it would take
horrible.
you forever. It would take you like an hour because you can only go
It is.
30.
It does.
Yeah. Just that road is like.
But it's full of giants.
What do you say nope to? Oh, I heard Garcia has numbers but not size.
13 miles of dirt road. Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
unbelievable.
Bro, it is crazy.
There's a
This
cool canal,
software
though.
is picking it up faster than the Facebook is.
Really? That's kind of neat.
You just read it off that
Yeah,
before
true.
it showed up on Facebook.
True.
That's crazy.
That is pretty nice. I like it.
Do you know why they sprayed the grass on the east side? Because all the grass was dying. Every day we were there, it kept on we noticed more dead grass.
Jim, what's your opinion on them killing the grass or spraying the grass down there in Florida? Because I've heard a lot of controversy about it. You've put a lot of time on the water, so I would like to hear what you have to say about it. And, I mean, on that topic, I would just love to have you come on the show sometime. I think we should definitely have you come on the show and talk about what you got going on, if you're willing to. That would be phenomenal. Let us know.
For sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. Sorry, I just dozed off
Titlius.
for a second.
Titlius.
Titleist.
We all love tits, brother. It's okay.
Yeah, it is picking it up quicker.
Love it. Jim, thank you. We will definitely reach out to you. Definitely be a good time. We don't have anybody quite lined up.
We got
just yet.
bunch of maybes, bunch of possibles.
Maybe next week, maybe in the week to come, we'll message you.
So Jim says they spray for maintenance. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
that's what
you
I
know
think
what?
because,
Go ahead.
Okay. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's so much grass there that you almost kind of need to, because if not, it's just going to take it over. But I could be totally wrong on that.
I see so many people complaining that they've killed all the grass or
There's plenty.
whatever's going on down there in Florida. They're killing all the grass. There's no more grass. It's a crime what they're doing to the grass.
Yeah.
So to hear it from people that actually go out there and fish is what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
They can only spray one area every 365 days.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, there's so many things that happen that go across social media that people don't have the full understanding of.
Mm-hmm.
And then they freak out on it. I'm not saying it might be good for the water or anything like that, but I don't think it's as bad as what people make it to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you do it the right way, it's not bad.
Right. Well, what I know, though, I live in Maryland.
I need to take a big swim bait down there now.
You want one? What do you want?
No, I'll buy one.
I got a whole wall full of them. What do you want?
I don't know. I need a... I don't even know. I don't even know where to start.
I'll only give it to you if you're going to throw it.
Well, I don't even know where to start with fishing a big swim bait.
Anywhere.
Start with a Nessie.
Yeah, but you
Anywhere
can't
to
like
start
fish a
throwing.
treble hook
It's not
swim bait
bad
anywhere
idea.
down there, I guess.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's not a bad idea.
Start with a Nessie. I have a couple. I haven't thrown them, but I do have them.
Is Stick Marsh any good?
It's a lake in Florida. I'm sure it's
Yeah, it's-
amazing.
Well, it's right next to Headwaters, but I don't know. We never went there.
I hear there's a lot of shit to hit on Stick Marsh. Like you could really screw your boat up down.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Can be.
Well, what else we got tonight? Because it's getting to be about that time.
Getting to be about that time. We're gonna be tuning out of
Oh,
here.
I have another question. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Send
The
it off.
north. Oh snap. The north end of the lake was dirty. I don't know if you've noticed that. But when we were there, the north end was dirtier, like way dirtier than the south end, or not the east end. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why.
God, we gotta get Jim on the show.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Be a fantastic episode.
That place is cool. I'd get lost there though.
Oh, you can.
It,
for real.
it's confusing. I'm like,
You can absolutely
Yeah.
get lost on that lake. There's no question.
there's 25-mile-an-hour speed limit too.
Less water flow,
Apparently.
all clicks at the end.
It's a bad place for the bullet.
That makes sense. Oh, we were fishing there one of the days, and there was a storm coming, and this dad had him and his kids out in like basically just a big canoe with like a motor on the back, and it started blowing like 30, like a storm was coming, and waves were like building a little, and this guy's just trying to haul it. Like, I mean, he's only going like 5 miles an hour. I felt so bad. He had his 2 little kids there, and it was blowing. It was like a terrible
Waves are
storm that
probably,
came
like,
through.
breaking that
Yeah,
thing,
he's
like-
probably like.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it storm like that every day in Florida, pretty much?
That was the only day that we had that, but then we actually ended up getting on a. What do you say?
But doesn't it rain every day down there too?
Bradley doesn't even know what a boob is yet, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, most days I feel it's somewhere, yeah, but not, yeah. We actually ended up getting on a good frog bite, or I kind of did a little frog flurry, when we moved places.
Oh my God, no way, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I stay in on that.
It was so windy.
That is so gnarly. Like, you really gotta want it bad, but that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. Well, what else we got? I gotta be up in like.
I
What
don't
else
even
is
know.
new up
4
in Florida,
hours.
Bradley?
What else was new in Florida? Is that what you said?
Here, Florida, anywhere.
Here, nothing. Going fishing, trying to go fishing more this summer.
What the fuck was that?
Florida. I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
A ton of. I don't know. It seemed like there were so many more gators than last time I've been there. And did I already tell the story about the gator that? Well, yeah, but since he's on, I guess we had a gator follow us for like an hour, and came at us from like 100 yards. What did I say? Baits.
Windy days
Talk about
best
9-inch
for
baits.
windy days best for big baits.
Oh, yeah, but I think it's always windy. Like every day we were there, it was blowing. Once the afternoon hit, it was blowing 15 to 20, I think.
It was very windy every day.
Can I get a beer?
We were fishing. The one day we did really good at numbers. We were fishing like the grass edges on the pits, kind of like the outside of them.
What's mailing season?
Mating.
Mating.
It does read mailing, but
It does read mailing, but common sense should overtake in that situation, and I guess I don't have it right now.
I didn't. I wouldn't have picked that up either.
Okay, right on. I was like, man. I was like, what am I missing? Yeah, mating season, for sure. Mating season, they're definitely used to the shiner fishing. Man, and you know, I couldn't pay the money to go down to Florida just to have somebody put a freaking live bait on the end of my rod and throw it out there.
that's what we said. I'm like, I feel like
Couldn't do it.
it'd be fun for like 2 fish. Then you're like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then you're like, I don't like. It's just dumb. I mean, I'll go rock fishing here with my
You can
grandfather.
do that
and
just about anywhere.
I'd rather fish a swim
And it
bait
would
than throw a spot on a circle hook and toss it out there.
That's all it is.
I think it's boring. Like going charter fishing here, it's stupid. I think it's so much more
You
fun
know
to
what?
go down there and fish a chatterbait or a big swim bait or
I'm telling you, one
finesse
day,
something.
like, and I'll have you come on the show for
Or a
it. I'm just
frog.
going to say it out loud right now. One day, we're going to come on here, and we're going to rip charter fishing apart, because charter fishing is fucking gay. I don't care what you say about it.
I don't like it here either. I think.
Do you ever get any clients that like say they don't want to go shiner fishing and
I love people that go charter fishing for rockfish every weekend, and they're like,
oh, I hate them
catching
because
all these rockfish, and I'm like, you don't even know anything.
I
At
didn't
all.
even cast. They just reeled it in.
Like,
I hate
you just
charters
You
here.
just have more money than you know what to do with, apparently.
They're gonna have to close rock fishing season sometime for a few years if they want to get it
they
back.
pretty much are.
I mean, they closed it for the spring here, but that's it.
Yeah. It needs to
I
happen.
don't think it's as bad as what they saying it is.
I think it's pretty bad.
They need to, you
in
know
the
what? It's not recreational either. It's the sports shit they need to get rid of. It's the trophy fishing they need to stop.
Yeah.
They're freaking harvesting these giant rockfish.
yes, I've artificial trips. It's more fun. Yeah, it seems more fun. I never go south. Tony, did you go south when you went there? Like south past like the Three Fingers and Square Pond and all down there?
I went to Square Pond. I never went past Square Pond.
I don't. We haven't been. We usually stay north. I feel like, but I don't know what's down south. I don't know if. Yeah, we just haven't explored down there a ton.
South looks really, really cool, but
Yeah,
I wasn't running my boat, so I didn't have a whole lot to say. But I mean, I'm not complaining. It was still awesome. I would have liked to have tried it. The South looks like a lot more of a close combat scenario. Like there's a lot of more visible targets. Like there's a lot more open water up north that you can fish. But in the south part of the lake, it's a lot of smaller canals. And
How
stuff.
long does it
That's
take
what I
to
heard.
get there?
I mean, maybe like
Wait,
20,
take to
30
get where?
minutes to get to
And
the
are
various
the
southern
are the canals actually like
Marked?
Is it like
No.
really?
No,
like,
it's not like-
treacherous to run them. Like
No,
logs
I don't-
and shit everywhere.
No, it's not too bad. In the canal, no. Remember, the lake was built. They built the lake for fishing, so they didn't just put a stump in
And,
the
like-
lake or in the canals.
Yeah, and usually the canals are the deeper part. So there's like I don't know that much, but I know like the gist. It's like the 45 canal and then like the east west whatever. They're they're deep for like literally just running like.
I caught a 5.5 pounder in the 45 canal one time. That was kind of neat.
That's cool. Sometimes they block up too, and then those hyacinth mats pop up, and you can like punch them,
Yeah.
and it's like 10 feet underneath it or whatever.
Do you need glasses?
I have contacts, but they just sometimes get blurry. No Big Fish South. Yeah, I haven't never been there, but Oh, the gnats. Out of the grass, you know, the hydrilla gnats. That's what we call them. I don't even know what that's.
They're ridiculous.
It's insane. When the wind's not blowing, that's why the wind I think helps the bite. But when they're not, they're like tiny now. I mean, like tiny, and they just get everywhere. It's
all over.
I hate it.
They get in like your eyes and shit.
They'll just be flying on your face to where like it's just you can't even see out.
One of those like
hydrilla
gnats or
gnat.
something.
Yeah, they're terrible. That's the worst. Like sometimes it's nice not to be blowing 20, but then there's gnats all over you, and then you just feel disgusting. I guess.
It's got to pick an evil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Florida fishing. It's fun to talk about.
I like Florida. I would like to go to again next year.
I'd like to figure out like Toho. Never done pretty good there, but it's close to us. And then love to go to Okeechobee, but haven't gotten the chance.
And I'm very excited to explore more with the software that we're using right now. 'Cause
I kinda like
has
it.
worked
Yeah, it looks good.
phenomenally.
I guess we're probably ready to wrap it up for the evening then, huh? 10:15.
Is it really?
Yeah. And we got fishing to do. Well, I got fishing to do tomorrow. Chad might have fishing to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be up early.
Probably.
Like 5.
We'll see what happens.
Right. Jim says anytime we want to come down, I'm gonna hit him up for that. I'm gonna take you up on that, Jim, because
I think we should take that trip together.
I think we should do it next year.
All right, so I have a question for him.
My man Bradley, come on.
Punching in the summer. Is it good? Like, I've never had luck with it, but we're always down sometimes in the summer, and
Our
I feel like
Bermuda-
fishing down
our
there in the
Bermuda
summer, I just
fish
get lost.
big?
What?
Are Bermuda fish big?
Bermuda fish?
What?
What?
I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you remember the scene in fucking Step Brothers?
I've never watched
where the
Step
dude
Brothers.
tunes in and he's like, "Are the Bermuda fish big?" And he's like,
Buddy got attended it. It's
"They're
sick.
trophy fish still." So
I've never seen that movie, so
you've never seen Step Brothers?
I've not.
You know what? That is true. You are 19 now. So at 18 was the time.
All right, all
that
my
you
friends
were
have seen
legally
it, but I
allowed to
haven't
watch
seen
that.
it. I just haven't. There's a few good movies that I probably haven't seen.
Yeah, I would definitely check out. I'm pretty sure if it's probably too vulgar for you, but Talladega Nights. I would definitely check that out, and then and then Step Brothers. Talladega Nights and Step Brothers, my brother.
Too young for the good stuff.
Forever. For the rest of your life, I will make sure there is a juice box here when you come on the show. It doesn't even
I didn't
matter.
understand what you were saying earlier, and I was like, "Why is he calling me juice box?" But now
That's
I get
from
it.
Kicking and Screaming.
Yes, I was thinking about that when he's like, "Hey, juice box man, go get the juice
You're
box."
too young
Right.
for that. You've never seen that movie.
I've seen that. That movie's so good.
That's a great movie.
Tuck in your
So
shirt.
funny. So, yeah. I'm kind of done. I don't have much more to say. Do you have any more questions, Bradley?
I don't think so.
We got to get you back on
Yeah, for
Yeah, I'll be back on.
very soon.
Oh,
When our software doesn't suck balls and wieners. That distracted you a little bit, didn't it?
what?
Now you're thinking about balls and wieners.
No, I was trying to think about what I was saying earlier, or what I was gonna say, then I forgot. All right, actually, I have one more thing. and Can we wrap it up after that?
Absolutely.
Frog fishing this summer. I'm just saying this out loud to hold myself to it. I want to fish the grass more on the gunpowder because I stay in the little honey hole, and I want to get out of it. And my
Cover water.
cover water.
Cover water. Till you find them. Get a bite, pull down, make the same cast, and then you pick a target. Okay, I'm going to cast at this opening. Didn't catch them. I'm going to cast 5 feet left, and then work your way right. Thoroughly fish it. And play
Gotcha.
with your cadences, too. You can't fish a frog too fast, I promise you.
No. A lot of times
You can't fish it too slow either.
letting that thing sit
So
there.
all right, so do you fish it faster or you fish it slower? Because I think
I fish it fast, aggressive.
like pop, like yeah.
if I'm popping a frog, it's like hitting a drum.
So that's why you like a heavier frog.
Yep.
You're not like popping it like little pops and
I'm moving water.
yeah.
I'm moving water with it. Yep.
But there's also.
Do you think they
times
miss-
where
do you think they
throwing a
miss it
frog
more,
up in
though?
that pop it,
No. If
in
the
that-
louder the pop, the better they can see it. Like they don't miss it because they know what
But I
it
feel
is.
like if you're fishing at frog and they're popping it, they're gonna misjudge like the pause or something, and just they're gonna hit it when it moves. And
It's a reaction bite.
if they're gonna eat it, they're gonna eat it.
But I do feel like there's times where you can put that frog in that pocket where they're not as active, and you can just sit it there, and then maybe walk it in place on the top.
that's what I'm saying. Like pop
Keep
it
it in
once,
that
let it
pocket.
sit, pop it again, and then in between
I
the
think
pops.
walking in that place where it's just like. I think that I think you can walk a frog easier in the pocket than popping it because it's gonna freaking pop right off the thing. Where if you have a good walking frog, it's gonna walk where it sits.
I rarely walk a frog. Very rarely. Very rarely.
Sorry, I'm blind. That's a good tip. I like that.
He's a good dude. Love having
Yes.
Jim Fallon come in here.
I think you talked to my dad too.
Huh?
I think he talked to my dad in the
Yeah,
parking lot
okay.
one time.
When
Not
you guys
you,
were down
him.
No. That's
Wait,
what
what?
I was saying. He talked to your dad when you guys were down there.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was this time, but I think another time when they were down there. Yeah, you guys talked or something. Yeah.
I feel like you would have recognized like right away.
Who, me? Or him?
Yeah, if you were talking.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't there, though.
Just like putting the boat on the trailer or something.
No, I wasn't even, like, in Florida at the time. My dad went down to go, like, on a trip, and I think I was at home or in school or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you weren't there. So how would you know?
Because he told me.
It's confirmed on Bass and Beer Radio.
So you think the Booyah one's too...
I think it's too late.
I
think
don't.
I
it's
like.
too
I just.
think
I don't
the
know.
Booyah's a good frog. Wait, what?
I think it's too late. If you throw a real frog, like a real one, like a bomb, like a big frog.
You know they make like 4 sizes of Booyah frogs, right?
I throw the biggest.
Yeah, that
poppin'
10-pounder
pad-
was
the
crazy.
biggest popping pad crasher I can find. It's just too late. It's too late.
Have you thrown
Launch frog best.
The Terminator and the Spro.
Wait,
frog
what
are
were
the
you saying?
best.
Sorry.
Launch frog.
I've never heard of the launch frog.
I haven't heard
But
that
the
either.
popping pad crasher's too light.
Okay, so
What about
wait.
Have you guys used the river to sea?
So what do you like instead?
The Terminator popping frog or the Spro popping frog. The Spro bronze eye popping frog.
Launch frog?
I like the river to sea a lot. Like
What's that?
The reason I say I like the heavy ones is I can give it a good pop. Like I can whack it pretty good, popping it, and it still
Oh.
moves like 6 inches. That's it.
The Scum frog launch? Is that it? The walk-in one? Or do they have a pop-in version?
what did Cliff say? Launch frog.
What do you say? Yes. Is it just a walk-in version, or is it is it a like? There's
Okay,
poppin'
it's a
frog
scum
too.
frog.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, I see.
It's a scum frog.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What's the XS? Is that just extra small? Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the scum frog. And I feel like that normal price range for a frog now is about $10 no matter where you go. I don't care if it's a Booyah, Scum, Terminator.
I like the Booyah one, but
Spro.
Try other ones. And
because I know what you're talking about. When I would try to pop it harder, like you kind of
Just skips.
you either have to like really pop it like perfect, or it's gonna skip across.
That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
It's too light. Because I use pretty heavy frog rods, so that's really why. If you're using a medium heavy or like a what's it called? Like a heavy with a moderate tip, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But I throw like broomsticks for frogs, so that's part of the reason too.
Yeah.
Did you throw on that frog on a carrot stick?
Yeah. Yep.
That should say it all right there.
And I stick them too.
And I feel like Paul's broke more rods than you at this point on St. Croix.
I have 2 carrot sticks. I haven't broken one of them.
Yeah, I'm going out to the flats, and I think Tony's
what's
doing
up,
the same
Jake?
thing.
Yeah, I think we're going to be going
G-Rat
out
makes
tomorrow.
A good hard-nosed frog.
If me and Captain Schultz lick up tomorrow, you guys should definitely be looking out for a couple of videos to hit the Facebook for sure. While we're out there, we'll definitely be shooting a couple of videos on some techniques and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know anything. I'm clueless.
Oh, G-Rat. I see.
You boys ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, that's cool.
I gotta roll. I gotta
Yep.
get to sleep so I can be fishing tomorrow.
All right, y'all. We're out of here for the night. Appreciate you guys.
See ya.
Jake, message me